Here's what to do when you start to notice somebody shifting their dynamic and pulling away.
Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about what to do if a man pulls away. So you guys, I've put the videos together so that you learn and watch, and I'll be back to share my true sense, like what you think about today's video. So let's get into it.
Here's what to do when you start to notice somebody shifting their dynamic and pulling away. What if his behavior changes? Not just that I want him to text me all the time, but there's a shift in energy and effort overall. So you could do one of two things here. The first one being that you can have a conversation with this person. Hey, I noticed a shift in our dynamic. I wanted to say, am I picking up on this correctly? That way you can get curious. You're not making an assumption. You're allowing this person to either let you know, like, yeah, actually something has shifted, or no, I'm so sorry. I've been, up my own ass, or whatever, right? You give them the opportunity to have a conversation. And if this person still doesn't give you clarity, well then great, you have your answer right there. On to the next if somebody can't just give you a fucking answer. But the other thing that you can do here is we can learn to regulate our nervous system and then start to assess if this is a connection that we want to pursue as well. Because we have to start to look and say, well, if somebody's not being consistent, right? Just because somebody texts you all the time doesn't mean that they want a relationship with you and vice versa. But if we see a very blatant change in behavior, we have to look and see, one, how often have you been seeing each other? Did they change after the first date now that you're no longer a fantasy in your reality? Or was this literally out of nowhere, everything was fine and amazing, and all of a sudden one day you don't hear from this person? Because then I'll pose the question and ask you, what do you want to date somebody that's this inconsistent, hot and cold, and not giving you any clarity? Especially if you guys have only gone out once. So get curious. If you can have a conversation, great. And if this person's not offering you any clarity, allow that to be the clear answer for you to move the fuck on.
If you really like this guy, but he's starting to pull away, he's starting to lose interest in you, I'm going to show you in this video exactly why he loses that interest. And I'm also going to show you exactly how to reignite that spark with him, that feeling of, I really like this woman. Now, what I'm about to share with you in this video is straight out of my book, and a lot of people are going to call it gamey or manipulative. I want you to stop throwing the word manipulative out there so easily, because we are always trying to manipulate someone, whether we're conscious of it or not. Wearing nice clothes to appear more attractive is a form of manipulation. Being super nice and agreeable so that people will like us is a form of manipulation. Trying to be funny so that people will laugh around us and have a good time is a form of manipulation. So take this advice and just grow up. If a guy is pulling away or is losing interest in you right now, it's because you're too available. You're not giving him the pleasure, the opportunity to miss you. If you're constantly texting him, calling him, constantly in communication with him, you are depriving him of the pleasure of having a little bit of anxiety about you, of wondering a little bit. Does she like me? Does she see a future with me? Did I say something stupid? Now, whether you want to admit it or not, adding some negative emotions into the mix will only create more attraction. It will create more tension, a little bit more friction, which is kind of exciting. It's kind of new, and I don't know where I stand. This is a bit of a challenge. Even if he's a great guy, it's just human nature. If you are so attracted to him, if you are so head over heels for him, if he knows that he doesn't have to do anything and you still are not capable of walking away, he can live his best life, and he knows that he can just send you one text and you'll be like, I miss you. Even though in the beginning it might feel nice for him to have someone feel like that towards him, you are becoming bland. That certainty is creating indifference, and indifference is the kiss of death for a relationship. 10 times out of 10, I would rather have someone slightly hate me than be indifferent towards me. Because love and hate aren't opposites. Indifference and love are opposites. Love and hate are right here. They can be easily flipped. When he is indifferent, he's not emotionally engaged. When he slightly has some negative emotions towards you, like, at least he is emotionally engaged. Add in some disappointment into the mix. Don't cancel plans to go out with him. Don't text him back immediately. Cut that date a little bit short. Don't agree with him. Oh, but isn't that going to make him pull away even more? No. Think about a time where a guy did something to you and you were slightly disappointed and you were kind of like, I kind of hate this guy. But did you walk away? Make it a little bit more of a challenge to reach you. Up your price tag a little bit, because that way he's going to have to invest a little bit more. And we are always more appreciative of the things we have to invest more time and effort into. Want to read that book? Click on my profile, go on my bio, the link is right there. I have to kind of warn you, if you're going to read that book, just please be a good person, because the psychological techniques in there are very, they could be used with bad intent. So please, if you're going to read it, please be a good person and follow me on here, because I make content like this all the time.
If he pulls away all of a sudden and you feel this like shift in his energy or his actions or how he's pursuing you or lack thereof in this case, you're overthinking, you're wondering, why is he acting like this? Why is he changed all of a sudden? The simple truth is it could be about one of 100 different reasons. And I can make a video about that if you guys want. But what I want you to do in this case is very specific. Listen closely. Nothing. Do not send this man a paragraph asking why his energy has changed. Simply do nothing. Let his energy change. Let him try less. Let him not pursue you. Let him stop asking you out. Let him stop texting you. Because whatever the reason is, if he can pursue you with intention and then just all of a sudden switch it up and pull back, I promise you that is not a man that you want to date or that you should be taking seriously. Not emotionally intelligent, indecisive, immature, bad communicator, selfish. You get the drill. Follow me for my videos.
What to do when he pulls away. Watch the whole video, save it, absorb it, watch it again, because this is what you needed to hear. He is not interested in you, okay? That's why he's pulling away. Or he has lost interest in you. I know that's hard to hear. I have to tell you that first because the hope and dream that it's not what you think it is and it's just some big misunderstanding is what's going to make you make the wrong decisions. And I want to help you make the right decision.
So that's a video, guys. So I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Okay, so I know that relationship can be delicate or can be like a dance. One moment you're signing and the next is pulling away. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it can make you question everything. But before you spill into overthinking, I think what I just want to share what I think about pulling away. Okay, so when someone pulls away, our first instinct is to panic or chase them. But that's the last thing you should do. Why? Because when you chase, you are putting the power in their hands and often making the situation worse. The key here is to pause, reflect, and take control of your emotions. One of the most important steps is to focus on yourself. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? What do I need? Sometimes when someone pulls away, it's less about you and more about what's going on in their own life. Maybe they're stressed, scared, or unsure. By focusing on yourself, you avoid the trap of trying to fix them, which is not your job. Next, you have to resist the urge to overcome or to communicate. I know it's tempting to say that, hi, is everything okay? Text or waste 5 of them, but give him space. Men often pull away because they feel overwhelmed and constant communication can add to the pressure. Instead, allow them the room to process whatever they are thinking or feeling. While giving him space, don't just sit around waiting. Focus on your own life. Go out with your friends, pick up a hobby, or invest in your passions. This is not about pretending you don't care. It's about reminding yourself that your life is full with or without him. The truth is, confidence and independency are incredibly attractive. Now, let's talk about quality. If he's being distant for a while, it's okay to have an honest conversation, but only you are calm and clear headed. Say something like, I've noticed some distance between us. Is there something you would like to share? This opens the door for communication without being confrontational. But here's the catch, be ready for response. If he's pulling away because he needs space, respect that. If he's unsure about the relationship, you deserve to know more. And if he's pulling away because he's losing interest, as painful it is, it's better to face the truth than to cling to false hope. Whatever you do, don't lose yourself. I'm trying to win him back. It's easy to fall into the trap of overcompensating, being extra attentive or a variable, even changing yourself. But remember, the right person will value you for who you are, not for how much you bend to accommodate them. And here's the good news: if it's pulled away and you handle it with grace and with self-respect, it often shifts the dynamics. You will notice your calm confidence, and if you're genuinely interested, you'll come back. If it doesn't, it's clear sign he wasn't meant for you. At the end of the day, a relationship should feel like a partnership, not a guessing game. If someone pulls away, if it's an opportunity to reevaluate what you truly want and deserve, because here's the truth. The right person or the right person in relationship won't leave you constantly questioning your worth. Okay? So you have to be clear about these things. I know men pull away all of a sudden, and most of the times it happens they pull away when they have a new girlfriend. Like all their mind shift to this person. If they're communicating to you, they're going to be they're going to change and they'll stop communicating to you. This is one thing you're going to notice with like lack of communication, late coming from a work. No, I was hanging out with friends. Which friends? Okay. So there's a lot which goes on. So you have to be very attentive, and you have to make a plan. Okay. Again, you can't force someone to love you. This is one thing I just believe you can't force someone to love you, and you can't manage to change a whole grown man. Okay. If he chooses to be like that, let him be, because you want to be doing a babysitting now. Okay. Yeah. So if someone is pulling away, make sure you communicate to them, ask them what's going on, so that you have a clear mind, because you can be standing there, you don't know that the relationship is on or over. Okay. So with this, you have at least clear mind. Okay, I'm okay, you know, something like that. I think the other thing that we need to do is, first, before we even start dating, we should learn to love ourselves more. Love yourself. If you love dressing, dress nicely. Some people love taking care of their hair. Take care of your hair. Why not? You're supposed to, yeah. So first, you need to learn to love. When you learn how to love, this is when you can find someone. Because if you haven't learned, it will be very hard. And if you haven't open your heart, like, to start dating, you need to come to your mind that you have to start dating. Okay, and you need to be ready. That's the thing. So guys, I don't know what to think about today's video. Kindly leave some comments. What do you do if a man is pulling away? Okay, what do you do if a man is pulling away? If it was you in the situation, what can you do? Okay. So guys, men, also leave some comments. What can you do if your partner is pulling away? So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate so much. Okay. So thank you for always coming, guys. Kindly subscribe to this channel. We are on our way to 4,000 subscribers. Please help me achieve this dream. Let me help me awake this dream. Okay. So guys, all I can say for now. See you in the next episode. Bye.